I mean, it's not really much of a problem. It's just, as long as there's threads left at the end, it's all that really matters. Bit rough. Might actually be, I reckon, the threads on the screw rather than the threads down in the hole. Alright. So, silicone. This time I'm going to pay attention and put this together properly. I like to put a layer of silicone grease on the outside of this nozzle, so that it all rides smoothly in the bloody housing there. I like to put a bit of grease on the inside of here, which is easier said than done most of the time because I got big fat man fingers. Big fat man fingers. Look at that, beautiful. Might actually try clean off that pick and actually put some grease on the actual seal in here as well. And if you're worried about excess grease and going through the system, just fire it a few times and then just run a bloody cleaning rag down the barrel and it'll be mint. Because that's where all the grease is going to end up. If it goes anywhere, it's going to go in your barrel. Right, now put that over there. Find my new nozzle spring. There it is. 200% Calco. I got one of these in the carbine and it works fine. So I figured just bloody get another one of them. I don't think these have which way around they need to be. No, they don't. Push them up onto that peg. If you can push them up onto that peg. Yeah, there we go. Push them up onto that peg. Now I'm going to put some more. Yeah, the threads on the screws actually got damaged threading into that hole. Not the hole itself, so there must be some sort of little burr in that hole that's doing something. And these screws apparently are very weak. That's okay. Get rid of that excess that was touching there. Might have to look into getting those upgrade screws for this one. I can see why people get them now. Gee, just a tiny little bit, just munched it. Use that screwdriver. A little bit there. A little bit there. Snug these up. I'm sure they'll be all right. Oh yeah, that's crazy. This thing is gonna be a monster. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can also see your nozzle spring through that gap there. I don't know why they've chose to do that, but whatever, doesn't bother me. Now, last couple pieces to the puzzle. I don't know if I'm going to get away with 2 of these or if I only want 1. How much is this? It's almost 6 millimeters. I don't know if that's too much for the slide lock. I think I'm going to start with 1 and see how much room is left. We'll see how much room is left. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on this. Just you're probably all right because it's dissimilar products, meaning plastic and steel for the spring. But look, you got a plastic one, you give it a slight flex, boop, straight in place. So before I put that in, get that back out again if I can. Come here, you. Come on, come on. Get your fingers in there. There we go. Bloody pain. Do I have another? No, I don't have another brush. Oh well, I'll do it by hand. We'll just put some grease on here where that rides. Just a nice thin film for the guide rod to glide along on. Just like so. Wipe off the excess from my fingies. And I believe that's my bolt constructed. Ooh, this is looking good. Oh, look at that, even with that 200% spring. How well that holds. Oh, god damn. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Alright, we're going to get rid of that one. What else have I got in the box? Anything left? No, not really. Just these rails. Just these rails and sights. I might do quickly. I won't do this up, but I'll just sit that on there. And we'll just see where the actual slide lock is. Why aren't you going together? Because that's not in properly? Probably. Yep. So that's there. Is it too much or is it not enough? Oh, right, that won't sit there very easily. It would not give it a lot of time to catch. I have a look at what it looks like with another one on there quickly, eh? So I do want the bolt lock to work. But also, if we don't need that movement, why have that movement, you know? So we'll put the second one on and see what it looks like. See what it looks like. Oh, there's next to nothing there. There's a chance that that might not catch. It's easy enough to test quickly. I still haven't finished just yet. I'm going to muck around with the sights on the top of this thing. That's the screw for the TTI. Piston head, if that's what you want to call it, cup seal, anything like that. Let's see, what are we on? We're on semi right now. Dry my hands of all that yucky, greasy stuff. Find a mag. Get the propane going. That goes in. Holy shit. That's fast. It slide locks. It slide locks. I really don't know how it locks with that speed. Hoo-wee! It locks. And if it locks, it's gonna stay. That's insane. Stupid thing. I think that's going to solve all of my cold problems. I really do think that's going to solve all of the cold problems. God damn, that's insane. Insanity. Insanity. Should have put some gloves on when I was dealing with all that grease. Oh well. That over there. Straight up insanity. This thing is gonna be a beast. Right, let's get these fellas back off for now. We're gonna muck around with this. So, this option makes it very large in the rear, and this option makes it not so large in the rear. They both look fine, really. Where's my dot gone? My dot's in there. It's such a big dot. It really is. Where'd the other one go? Where did I put the other one? Oh, there it is. I found it. Here's the other gay one. That's the one I had on the carbine. That's the one I bought for this, and if it didn't fit, was going to replace that. That does not fit that. So I believe it just uses the same screws, the Action Army one. And have a quick look at what that looks like. I think this sight's going to look too big on here anyway. I really do. I don't think I'm going to enjoy using a sight this size. This bloody screw, I don't know what it's doing. I know I've only got one screw in there. It's fine. It's fine. I probably only need the one there as well, but I'll just do that up. I mean, that's not terrible. What's it feel like with a mag in there? That's not terrible, honestly. But it does look quite large. It does look quite large. Let's try the other one and see what it looks like. Undo this fella. Maybe. What's it up to? Stupid bloody sight. What size are you? Not that size. What's that? That's the 2. 2.5. 2.5. The problem with this sight here, other than it looks a little ugly, is the fact that all the electronics are mounted in here for it. So I could make it go by jumping the positive to there and it'd just be on constantly. But this will kill that battery overnight. It's really bad, that sight. It just absolutely destroys the battery, eh? I don't know why. I've left it on a couple times and come back with dead batteries the next day, which is really sad. This one that I got off of Ali comes with a whole bunch of screws. They're all slightly different lengths and styles. I believe I got that one. I'm just going to have to sort these out quickly because we don't do anything silly. It's those ones. Those are really short buggers. And then there's really short buggers. That's right. I think from memory, what actually goes in that area? Yeah, I gotta use the short ones, I think. Those medium-sized ones go all the way through. I don't know whether or not they would catch on anything on the bolt, but just for testing, actually it's probably long enough on its own, these really short ones, to be honest. And these screws, these actually seem like the highest quality screws out of this whole bloody lot are the ones that come in that baggie. They seem like the highest quality ones here, and then it was these ones. Right, look at that. I reckon that looks a lot nicer. A lot smaller of a dot. Very nice, very nice. No gas left. I have a solution for that. I have a solution for that. In a second. Put that mag off to the side. Ooh-wee! Crank that fella up. We'll put this to about where it was the other day with my brother running it on a completely stock AAP01 jewel. Could be different on this gun now. Very easily could be different, but I'll put it to roughly where it was. Bear with me. Here is gas I prepared earlier. Uh-oh, dropping stuff on the floor. Is it going to go bang? Pop. Right, stock AAP. It doesn't go in. Magwell. We're learning all sorts of stuff here. It's tight. I don't know if it wants to come off with that one now, especially with me slippery bloody mittens. Me slippery mittens. That's something that I did not check. Hey, there we go. There we go. I really wanted to tutu with this with the HPA. Which is good to know that if I decide to borrow his adapter and play with the carbine with the adapter, I will have to take off the magwell because I bought the same magwell to go on my carbine, just in a different color. That is insanity. Let's see the full auto, eh? That's fancy. That is some fancy stuff right there. Well, that is very pretty. I got too much shit on the bench now. Too much shit on the bench, eh? What is that doing? I don't even know if that's the right screw for them. Whatever. Right, all I got left to do now is adjust me trigger and Loctite that in place. Silly me didn't grease these rails, but that's okay. I will grease them in the near future. And unfortunately for the weekend, because I don't have an actual sight that works nicely, I might just have to run that fella. But that's okay. I mean, I could leave this one on here and just pretend it's going. I'll probably just run the stock sight for the weekend. Oh yeah, otherwise, that's my nice build. And next is going to be the carbine, which, ooh, this one's going to get some bits and bobs put in it. Yeah, fancy. Otherwise, yeah man, fucking see you later, boys and girls.